Well, let's cross live to our reporter, Bongiwe Khumalo, who is in Centurion for us this afternoon, one of the areas that's been the biggest recipient of very serious damage from the rains. Bongi, you're standing at what is quite a sight to see, a sinkhole that is essentially a car has collapsed into. Show us exactly what that looks like.
Well, good afternoon, Joanne. I'll just step out of shot quickly so that Joe can show you exactly what we're seeing here. This is a sinkhole where this car got stuck at about 5 o'clock this morning. Now, the driver is here at the scene, Joanne, but he's not keen to speak to the media on camera. He says that this happened at around 5 o'clock and he was traveling at around 30 kilometers per hour. And he says as soon as the military vehicle, which was not far from where we are, tried to flick the lights in order for him to stop, he says it was too late and his car had already just gone in. Now, Joanne, what is most startling about this sinkhole is that where the car is, the wheels at the back, if you try to look closely, I can't show you now, but I managed to try and get a peek. It looks like the road is quite hollow. There's not even any sand, there's nothing underneath that is said to be holding this road together, and which is what is making this process of getting this car out very difficult, because they have to lift it up instead of trying to drag it, because should they try to drag it, they're afraid of, the more damage that could be done to this road. And Joanne, as I talk to you, what is even more startling is that to my left, there's another sinkhole which has now been fenced off, and this apparently happened, some few years back. But to give us a sense of, just how problematic this road has been, is the ward councillor of this area, Ina Stradom, who's with us. Ina, I understand that, of course, this road has been quite a headache for you, and this incident doesn't take you by surprise.
No, it's not a surprise to me at all, because for the past 6 years I've been trying to find ownership of this road, and we determined last year that this road belongs to the SA government. This whole piece of land actually belongs to the SA government. The road has been built in 1970. It's never been proclaimed or handed over to any municipality for that matter, so it remained the property of the SA government, which makes it very difficult for the municipality, because you cannot use municipal funds to rehabilitate a sinkhole which does not belong to you. So it makes the maintenance of this road extremely difficult for me. As the ward councillor, we installed street lights here 3 years ago, which the municipality installed just to try and upgrade the road a little bit. But the potholes and everything, the municipality did maintain, even though they were not supposed to. There was a sinkhole that fell in here, as you indicated, about 3 years ago. That was also then a huge, dispute as to who is responsible for the sinkhole. What the municipality did, they did a little bit of temporary rehabilitation, and then they blocked it off to prevent any cars from coming in here. But as you say, it wasn't a surprise. This morning when I woke up about 5 o'clock, I got the WhatsApps with all the pictures of this car that fell in here.
Now, Ina, of course, you say that this road belongs to, government and all of that, and that is of little comfort to the driver who you and I have seen here, who's quite distressed about what has happened. What is going to happen now? Because I know that you're fighting to have this road back to the municipality so that you're able to fix it. But what is going to happen in the meantime? Because motorists cannot use this road, and what is the long-term plan here?
Okay, what I've done this morning, I immediately instructed the relevant departments to close the road off. So the road is totally closed off now. Nobody can use it. Just the back part, there's a little bit of an entrance for the special forces, because they need to get to their base from here. But I had the relevant departments here, the senior officials from Tswana here this morning, with the geologist and the regional executive director as well. And the discussion was around that we need to, as a matter of urgency, sit with the relevant departments, intergovernmental, and we now need to get everybody, all the stakeholders involved here, into the meeting and decide on the way forward for this road, because this is a clear indication we cannot carry on with no man's road. I call it no man's road because nobody wants to take responsibility for it.
Well, definitely this is an issue that we'll be looking very closely into, Joanne, because It's quite a shock to me that as you drive through this road, you not only get a warning about potholes. It's quite a bad road to drive on, Joanne, and I'm told that the traffic becomes very, very bad in the morning sometimes. Now, it's not only potholes, but also you have just right to my to my left here, you have another sinkhole, and then now you have this situation that is now unfolded, and not far from where I'm standing, Joanne, there's another hole on the road which nobody knows just how deep it goes, and that looks like an incident waiting to happen. But of course, we'll monitor the developments around here as we see that the trucks are already here to try and lift this car out of the sinkhole. It's back to you, Joanne.
Bongiwe Khumalo, thanks very much for watching that so closely for us. We'll keep you updated on how much progress is made with removing that car.